Hello, everyone. I'm here simply to rant today about Miraculous Ladybug because I am having just the most fun ever sitting here and watching through this season. Um, I have watched up to the. I just finished the 22nd episode of the fourth season, and I don't think I can continue without getting out my frustrations on this show. There is very many spoilers ahead, and I have no idea how long this is going to be. This is not edited. This is just me playing Bioshock Infinite, because I simply do not know what is going on, ever, honestly. And this show is making me very, very mad. Apologies if you can hear random things in the background, such as me slamming my keyboard on my desk and various yelling in the background, family and such. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Miraculous Ladybug is a show that I have been watching for a very long time. I have binge-watched the entire series at least twice, and the fourth season was finally put on Netflix, and I only just started watching it a few days ago. Because while I don't enjoy the show, it has always been a comforting show for me. I've always watched it just when I've been upset, because it's slop. It is complete slop, and it's easy to watch and put on the background and just enjoy slop. but we get in here, and a few things are premised in the fourth season. I cannot for the life of me remember if they were mentioned in seasons prior, but they're heavily mentioned this season, which is mostly what this rant is about this season, because that's what I'm watching right now. Like when Kwamis, the little magic guys, use their magic when they're not with a holder, something always goes wrong. That is premised. That is the premise of that has been made really, really clear. Whoa, my thing is freaking out. The premise of that has been made very, very clear throughout the series, or at least this season. And it seems like it's for no reason, considering every single time it's brought up or mentioned or whatnot, it is always mentioned after a Kwami does something. Except in the case where, and I've been keeping totals of how often the Kwamis use their powers without, and it's been 6 times, I believe, if my count is correct. It's been 6 times at this stage, and I don't get it. I don't understand. They make such a big deal about it and then constantly use it this season as a plot development, and they use it kind of jokingly in one episode to show that Tiki, I'm only remembering about 3 of their names, to show that Tiki has food cravings, as does all of the Kwamis, but hers is really bad, and she creates disasters because she's the Kwami of creation, because Kwamis are replacements of God, I guess. I don't really know. They use their power to make a giant pastry that I can't remember the name of. And the destruction it causes is some buildings crack and stuff, because she gets hungry. And that's that whole episode. Is Ladybug's really hungry because her Kwami Tiki is really hungry. That's that whole episode. A lot of the episodes are just actually nothing. And every season has the same placement of, oh, the middle episodes are going to be the best episodes you have. The middle episodes are going to be the best episodes. I want to say my favorite episode was number 14, I think. I don't remember what happened in it, because it was a good episode. and I don't need to know what happened in it because it was a good episode. But they use in episode 22. I want to say it's 22. Whatever episode I just watched, they use the snake miraculous to turn back time, and they use it, and all hell breaks loose, and all the time is like freaking out because Shadow Moth discovered who Adrian and Marinette, discovered that Adrian and Marinette were Ladybug and Cat Noir because they found out that they were Ladybug and Cat Noir. And so when Shadow, and so he uses his son to get Ladybug's miraculous, and so they turn back time using the snake miraculous, and that's all the time gets messed up, and so when all the time gets messed up, Ladybug and Cat Noir have to go into the they have to go to the space station that has like that controls all the time because it's near France, and that's where the show takes place, is Paris, France. And so they go up there and they change the time, and because Marinette had told Luca, who holds the snake miraculous, hey, turn back time when Cat Noir tells me his name, turn back time so you know it, and you can tell this guardian guy that's been that's been harassing me because I don't know who Cat Noir is, and I'm supposed to be the guardian of the miraculouses. So you can tell him who Cat Noir is, because no one else is supposed to know who Cat Noir is. Meaning Luca, who should already know who Cat Noir and Ladybug is, because he discovered that. He discovered that. He should know already who they are. He could, and I know he was lying to Ladybug, saying that he didn't know them, but like he is completely dumbfounded when he discovers that Adrian is Cat Noir. He's completely dumbfounded by this, when he already knew it. That was something he knew. He knew that episodes ago. He knew that several episodes ago. He knew Ladybug Cat Noirs. And that's just glossed over. That's just glossed over and ignored. Someone knows who both Ladybug and Cat Noir are, and that is completely ignored by the show for some reason. Even though we see that when that happens, it's a really bad thing, and all that. And I also really hate Alia's character. Alia is Marinette's best friend. She's also Rena Rouge. I really hate her character. She makes me really mad. Hey, you can't tell anyone that you're Rena Rouge because Shadow Moth thinks that no one holds the Fox Miraculous anymore. But then you're gonna sit there and say, what if hey Marinette, you know what would be really, really funny and goofy and silly? If I designed a whole new costume so I could be Rena Verde, which is Rena Invisible. At least I want to say that's what that is. At least that's what they say it is in the show. But I don't really care. There he is. I'm gonna post onto my Ladybug fan page, because she knows who Ladybug is. She knows who Ladybug is, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she knows, because why would it matter when like several people know Marinette is Ladybug? Like, why would that matter when it matters more if people know that she's Ladybug than if people know who Cat Noir is? It matters so much more. And it would be so different if Marinette hid that fact better. It would be so different. But no, she doesn't. She doesn't hide the fact that she is Ladybug very well from anyone, including like people she cares about and knows that she cannot, that if they find out it's over. She knows that really well because she's guardian of the miraculouses, and yet she still does stupid thing like tell her best friend that she is Ladybug, which is gonna cause problems later on. I can already tell it's gonna cause problems later on because it always does. Off of, and it's just there's so many plot holes in this show that make me so mad. Because if it was just better executed, if they just did a little bit better at making it like making the plot points matter, if they did better at making the plot matter, it would be a better show. But, and I know it's a children's show, and I'm ranting about a children's show right now, a show made for literally children. But I don't care. This show could be so good. This show could be so actually great if they cared. If they cared about the plot of the show, it could be awesome. And I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do care. I'm sure in some realm they care. But it is so unclear. It's so. Anyway, she goes and she makes a new costume for herself to post onto the Miraculous Ladybug fan page. And she just knowing that Marionette's had to yell at her, and she's gonna get upset when Marionette yells at her. When you aren't supposed to, when she's not supposed to be telling people that she's Rena Rouge still, because she's not supposed to have the miraculous. And then the entire point of that episode is that she told her boyfriend that she's still Rena Rouge when she's not supposed to be Rena Rouge. And then she ends the episode by him knowing that she's Rena Rouge again, because he has like a mental breakdown and thinks that she's dating Cat Noir when she's not. She's not. He just is stupid and is doing stupid things. Like, this series means actually a whole bunch to me. And of course, oh, I'm dead. And of course, it would be fine. It would be fine. It would be fine if they didn't try and make it such a point of that this thing is important. Remember this. Keep this in mind. This is super important. And then take said super important thing and just make it not matter anymore. Because genuinely, if no one's supposed to know any of the miraculous, except for Ladybug, who knows all of the people she gives miraculouses to, if that is how it's supposed to be, why make it so a bunch of characters know who each other are? Because Carapace, who's Nino, which is Rena Rouge's boyfriend. If Nino knows that his girlfriend is Rena Rouge and she knows that he's Carapace, that's just a complete. And then Alia knows who's Rena Rouge. Alia knows who Ladybug is. So if Ladybug gets found out, and of course, Shadow Moth already knows who they are, so it doesn't even matter that they hide their identities, of course, because that was spoiled in like season 2, part 2, I want to say. That Shadow Moth knows who all of these people are, but it doesn't play any. He like has a list of all the people that are not supposed to be. He literally has a list of all of the people, and he could just take them and be like, okay, well, I know that you guys are this, so if I just go through all of y'all, make y'all tell the truth, because he has so many. He gives people powers, and he doesn't use, like, he, of course he uses that every episode because that's the plot of the show, but like he doesn't use it as well as he could. He can akumatize himself. That is a canon thing he can do. And he does it one episode, and I don't remember what happened because he literally played in for 5 seconds that he akumatized himself. And then he immediately became unakumatized. He can akumatize himself. And yet and he could give himself all these powers. He could make himself so special. And yet he doesn't do that. He could totally just cause so many problems, and all of his problems are with like 14-year-olds. He could do anything with that. He knows where they all live. He's like the richest guy in the city. He like, the police don't care what he does. Like, nobody cares. He has his wife's corpse in the basement, and he shows his son, and his son's just like, huh, that's crazy. And that's it. Of course, his son is Adrian, and then that whole thing gets reversed, because it's the episode where Adrian discovers that Marinette is Ladybug. But, which last time that happened, we got Cat Blanc, which is actually the greatest episode in the show. But, and that was like 2 seasons ago. Or it was a season ago. Genuinely, if we just look and see, okay, well, we know you have your wife's corpse in the basement, which is weird. You know, that's a strange thing. That's a weird thing to be doing. Oh, I'm just dead. I'm super dead. That's weird. No, that's like, can we address the fact that Adrian didn't care that much? That his dad has his dead mom in the basement, and the basement also isn't a real basement. It's like actually outside somehow. Can we like, that's really strange. That's really strange. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I don't know. That's really weird. That apparently isn't a big deal in the show, when it definitely should be. Because Jesus, that's an important thing. But like, they just don't care. Oh wow, they're doing no damage. Okay. Ooh, can I hook onto something? They just don't care. This woman, who's been dead for a very long time. She's been dead for like, I want to say it's like 100 seasons. I think they say at some point. Or really, yeah, it's 100 seasons, because it's, yeah. She's been dead for so long. And they just never, like, that's the entire plot of the show, is that he's trying to get his dead wife back, but, like, she's been dead for a really long time. And of course, like, not that long, and of course it's not gonna stop grief, but, like, she's been dead for a while. At this point, it's not like it's not like she's been dead like a month or 2. No, she's been dead like a really long time, and he just has her dead body like preserved in the basement. Like, it's really weird. It's really weird. Then we get to go, and we get to go see what would happen if, God, I'm bad at this game. We get to see what would happen if Cat Noir can't show up. We see that that she spawns in like 50 million not Akumas, Miraculouses. She spawns in all the we get to see all of the miraculous holders again, because that's what we want. Is we want to have to see the really ugly miraculous designs, because some of them are real bad. Some of them are good. I do enjoy, like, Rena Rouge, for example. I enjoy her design. At least her first design. I don't like her second one very much. We get to see all that. And then we have to look at Carapace. And whatever the horse one's name is. I don't remember what the horse one's name is. But I really hate it. I really hate the horse one. I think that design is really, really ugly. Which sucks, because I feel like you could get, like, a really good design out of that. But no. No, it's a bad design. Not as bad as Carapace. I don't think it's as bad as Carapace, because Carapace is a actually horrible design. I should have picked better guns. It is an actually god-awful design. But, like, get out of here. But, like, I think, okay, I'm gonna just rank designs that I remember. Cat Noir has the best design out of all of them, I think. I think the most effort was put into making his design look good. Same with Ladybug. Ladybug has a very good design, I think, but like, I don't like hers nearly as much. Mostly because I have to see her transformation sequence every single episode, and it's a weird sequence, and I don't like it. Because it is a very weird sequence. It's there's so much. There's a lot that goes into making a show good, and I think Miraculous Ladybug has a lot that's needed to make a good show. It has some characters, like a lot of the characters aren't likable. I'm going to be completely honest, a lot of the characters are not likable. But there is some likable characters, which is crazy that there's so many unlikable characters, because you get good characters. I personally, my favorite character being Cat Noir. He is a well-written character for the most part. Does he say some really out of context weird things? Yes. I did not realize that we had one of these guys. He says some very strange things, but I think that out of all of the characters there are in the show, he has the best character development out of everyone. Do I think that's a crazy thing? No, I think that's a understandable thing. Oh my god, I need health so bad. So many of the designs just look like actual garbage for no reason whatsoever. They could have done so much good with what they had. Also, the Kwamis are horrifying, and I think that's the most important note, is that the Kwamis are horrifying little creatures. I'm sorry if you have been edited as a Kwami. Apologies for that, but because I have been doing that. I've been editing people as Kwamis. But you know, they are horrifying little creatures. They are terrifying, and I hate them, and I wish we could see more of them getting hurt, because they do get thrown around and, like, punched a lot. There's an episode where Marinette is having to babysit little kids for a minute before dumping them off at her grandpa's, and they literally sit there and they just beat up the Kwamis. They just sit there with the Kwamis and start pounding them into like desks and stuff and like punching them. And this is a great sequence. It's just watching the Kwamis get beat up, especially the ones that do get beat up in that scene. Because the ones that get beat up are stupid looking. They're all stupid looking. I woke up and decided to record something about the show because I had a dream about the show. So that's why we're here and I'm talking about this, and yeah. I really hate Miraculous Ladybug, but it is also one of my comfort shows, so I can only hate it to an extreme. And I think if you enjoy the show and you are not really old, if you're not old and you enjoy this show, have at it. I think that it's a perfect show to just turn on in the background and just listen to. I've been forcing my friends to sometimes watch with me, and they have been very confused, but I feel like we have laughed at this enough to constitute it being worth it. Because it's a show you can laugh at how poor a lot of the writing is. Because a lot of the writing is really bad. Hearing that makes us part of the same family, meow, is not something that should be uttered by anyone, honestly. I think, yeah. I think that if, for whatever reason, you want to sit there and you want to watch this show and you are not over the age of, like, 20, do it. Just do it. If you're over the age of 20 and you want to watch this show, do it. Don't be weird on the internet. Cause don't be weird on the internet, period. But you know, I feel like that goes without saying, is most of the characters in the show are minors. Don't be weird on the internet, especially towards characters that are minors. That sounds like a bad idea, and that sounds like something that's going to get you in trouble by a lot of people. I do not recommend being weird on the internet towards minors. Bioshock Infinite is a fun game. At least Clash of the Clouds is very fun to me. Even though I hate Clash of the Clouds, I do enjoy the fighting style of this game. So I get to experience playing through this and killing whatever the hell she spawned. No. I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna lose it if I continue. Goodbye. Have a nice night. Don't die.